chest. Fingers flying, making patterns twist. Susie's voice breaking through the haze. Crochet forever in a woolly maze.
Hello, how are you? It's Susie with Susie's Crochet Chat, place where we talk about yarn hooks, tips, tricks, everything in between. Well, most of the United States is having a major snowstorm, ice event, all this weather. With that, I thought I would come on today and talk about the weather and crochet related items. So first thing, if you need to go out there, please be very careful. Only go out on the roads if it's absolutely necessary. We really want the workers to clear the roads and do all that stuff, and we don't want to be in their way, and only if you really need to. Just be very careful. So, also, maybe you guys have this in your stash that you've made, but like hats, nice and warm hats, scarves. I have, Dave has a scarf I just made him, gloves, mittens, all these kind of things. Make sure you have them. So in the crochet world, we make these things, so we're gonna be good when it comes to being warm. Also, things to think about is if you do, in an emergency, have to go out, make sure you have water in your car. We bought some extra water just to keep in the car. Also, it's always good to have a blanket in the car. So here's what I have. I decided what a great idea. My temperature blanket that I made years ago. This thing is huge. Okay? It is just, look, it's huge. I'm gonna put this in the car when I need it, if I'm going out. I'm not putting it in there right now because I don't want it to get cold and stay cold in there. But if I have to go out anywhere, I'm gonna put this in my car. So these are great things to think about. Hey, the temperature blanket, what will I ever do with it? Well, maybe we'll use it for the bad weather. But any of your blankets, and if you haven't crocheted a blanket, just any blanket will do. But since this is a crochet channel, if you've made a blanket, take one and take it with you if you have to go out, because this is, it's terrible what's to come. And you really want to be prepared. So, my last thing that I was thinking about was some fun stuff of the snow, And I had Dave go get me a yardstick that I can measure the snow. We had a weatherman, he wasn't a weatherman. He was just like a newscaster that always did like heartwarming stories. His name was Pat Collins. And he was on, it was DC News or something, down that way. But he had one of these type things and he called it a snow stick. So this is my snow stick. And it will be able to tell me how much snow. So I'm going to do this and I'll keep you in the loop of how much snow we get here in the panhandle of West Virginia. So yeah, just some fun things, but some things to think about. Important things, you know, keeping water in your car just in case. And I wouldn't leave it in there. That's the other thing. I'm putting all these things, the water and my blanket, over by the door so I don't forget them. But I don't want them in the car I don't want the water to freeze. I don't want the blanket to get cold. So, but I want to take them with me in case I have to go somewhere. That's the point. And, you know, hats, gloves, mittens, scarves, so many things that we crocheters, and there's still time if the weather hasn't hit you yet, and if you're more in the east, you could make a hat. You could make gloves real quick, or mittens. You could make leg warmers, scarves, all that kind of stuff. Just something to keep you warm. But right now, it doesn't even matter that there's no snow. The wind chill's in negative numbers. So it's just, you want to be safe if you have to go out there. And you want to stay warm. So, you know, look in your stash. You might have some bulky, you know, a number 5 or a number 6 yarn. And you can say, hey, I didn't even know what I was going to use for that. Well, make a hat. This one in particular was Jada in Stitches years ago. I made this hat. There's lots of YouTubers out there with lots of patterns. Just pick one that works for you, something quick and easy. Fiberflex, I made a couple slouch hats that she has made. They're fingerless gloves. My sister made me a pair. They're upstairs, but she made them for Christmas, and I have made those in the past. So, you know, you can make those. You can make mittens. You could make, you know, like I said, all kind of stuff. But, you know, he'll give you something to do. And don't forget, nice reason to make the temperature blanket. This thing, I made this thing, and it's like for a king size bed. It's horrible. I didn't count stitches. I didn't consistently count. The one side goes like this. It's terrible. Does it matter if I need to keep warm in, like if I was stuck somewhere? Heck no, this thing is huge and it's warm. I used to cover my mother up in this thing when we would go out, and it was cold out, had her in the wheelchair, and we covered her up in this blanket. And even when it wasn't that cold, but she was cold, this thing kept her warm as anything. And it washes really, really good. This is just made with Red Hearts yarn. And I know a lot of people don't like Red Hearts because they don't feel like it's soft or anything. This is very soft. After it's been washed, it's not bad. So that's my thoughts and ideas for you for the snowstorm. I'm gonna check in maybe later today or tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna check in once we get some snow with the snow stick. And tell me what you're doing. Show me pictures. Give me your weather updates and all that kind of stuff. I'd love to hear from you. But most importantly, stay safe. I really, you know, can't stress that enough. We have to be safe. And let's not do crazy things, think we can shovel everything in one shot. You know, in this kind of, when you have that kind of snow, you have to kind of, even though it feels like, why am I doing this? You might have to go out Okay, it snowed a little bit. I got a shovel now. Okay, shovel that. Maybe in an hour or two, you're gonna have to go out again. But it makes more sense to go out more frequently, but not killing yourself to do so, than doing it all at once when it's like this. You know, when it's smaller to manage, it's easier. So keep that in mind. Don't forget your water for your car, in your gear. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful and fun and inspiring to maybe make something so that you can stay warm. And I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Stay safe. Take care. Bye.
Midnight oil burning stitches remain, whispering threads holding back the strain. Susie's voice guiding, I'll never quit. Pattern's rough, but it's got hope.